how do you feel about Baz Luhrmann's films in general? And his style of filmmaking?
Baz Luhrmann... I... Mixed feelings.
Okay.
I appreciate him a lot as a filmmaker. I appreciate any director who has like a really clear style. I always think that's quite cool. I've loved Baz Luhrmann films. I loved Romeo and Juliet, and I actually think it did a lot for like the younger generations to understand Shakespeare. Like it really contextualized it in a way that like they showed it to us in school. Like, and I know for a fact that got a lot of like the boys in my class who can really be asked with Shakespeare, like, you know, when there were guns and drugs and that kind of stuff involved. Sorry to be a bit like minimizing that, but that did great things, and I know that probably wasn't his intention, but like I think he's made a lot of really incredible films, and Moulin Rouge was one of my favorite films when I was growing up. We used to watch it on repeat. I loved Australia, also too long, maybe potentially too long, but I did love Australia. Hate that they've made it into like a mini series on Disney. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't
They've
seen.
broken
I haven't seen
up
the original
the film.
though, so.
The film is long, the film is great, but they've broken it up into 6 episodes and re-released it onto Disney+.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which I've not seen done before, and I think is kind of bizarre.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that I like about Baz Luhrmann. Do you know, the way that I got into the film industry, I don't know if you know this, there's a production company called Camp Productions. And they did a music video, and it looked like Baz Luhrmann. Like it looked like this kind of fantastical, colourful, kinetic video. And I was just like, oh my God, like, yeah, I love this. And I just messaged them and I was like, I love this video. It looks like Baz Luhrmann, and I love Baz Luhrmann, and, you know, I would love to work with you guys. And they were like, yeah, sure. I mean, what do? Do you work in film? And I was like, no, I'm a marketing manager, or whatever I was doing at the time. And they were really incredible. This lady called Francesca Woods, she was like, okay, well, you can be a runner. If you can come on to our next shoot, you can be a runner. And I went, and I was, you know, making cups of teas and coffee in the rain, and it was so miserable, but I was so psyched to be there. I was so happy. I was like, this is what I want to do. And I went in the next day, like literally the next day I went to my job and I quit. And that was how I started in the film industry.
You can do it too, kids.
And I just, from like seeing something on Instagram and being like, I love this style. Because like that was kind of the style of film that like I grew up with. My mum loved Baz's films. And so yeah, shout out to Baz Luhrmann.
Right.
For my career.
Okay.
No, it's a very tenuous link. But I do like Baz Luhrmann, but I will say his recent works, I feel, have lost me. Didn't love The Great Gatsby. I mean, I guess didn't love Elvis, if I have to say it. What else has there been recently?
Well, before Great Gatsby, it was Australia, so he doesn't make that. He's only made 6 films.
6? No.
Yeah. And he made The Get Down, that Netflix series, but apart from that, he's only made 6 films. So because I was looking earlier, I was like, how many of Baz Luhrmann's films have I actually seen? And I've realised I've seen half of them because I've seen 3 Baz Luhrmann films.
Which are the ones that you've
seen? So I've seen Romeo and Juliet because everyone's seen that, and I don't particularly like that. Again, there are some amazing moments in it. The scene with Leo crying in the rain. Like, because he's going to go and fuck up Tybalt.
And he says, I am fortune's fool. Is it that bit?
Yeah. That, brilliant, right? But, I don't love Romeo and Juliet.
How can you say that?
Because fundamentally, so I'll go through what films I've seen of his. Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Didn't like that. And Elvis, which I'm kind of...
we just saw that.
Not great on.
We should talk more about Elvis.
I think fundamentally... Well, we're talking about Baz Luhrmann. The fundamental problem is I don't get on with his style of filmmaking at all.
It's very music video-y, isn't it? It's
And-
very pop
And what I
culture-y.
don't understand is that there are other directors, like, and I'm not. This isn't gonna be me defending Michael Bay, right? But like Michael Bay.
Bad way to start.
No, but Michael Bay is criticised, and there's lots of things you can criticise Michael Bay for. Obviously, I'm not defending Michael Bay, but Michael Bay is criticised all the time for basically being a music video commercials director, and then that is his whole style of filmmaking is like music video, kinetic, like cameras moving all the time, like, and people think that's really bad when Michael Bay does it. When Baz Luhrmann does it and makes a film that is essentially like a music video, people are like, it's brilliant, he's great. And I think there are moments where it really, really works. And in Elvis, some of the performance scenes where Elvis is performing, and you feel like you're seeing, it felt like you were seeing Elvis for the first time ever, and it felt like I suddenly got it. I suddenly got Elvis through this film. Like, there's a performance where he's been told to not move, to not shake his body like he does and excite the women.
Was that Rushwood, I think?
Yeah, and then he gets arrested afterwards, which apparently never happened. But the way he films that, and he puts you in the crowd, he puts you through all sorts of different filters of like photography, 35mm like film cameras, like shooting photos of him in black and white. You get like intense slow motion close-ups of him. You're suddenly like, fuck me, Elvis is the best thing ever. Like, fucking hell, like he's so cool, right? Which like I've never thought about Elvis and will never think about Elvis again. But you're watching, you're like, it's like watching like a fucking rock star, right? Because I guess that's what he was at the time.